What happened? Hello, is anyone there?
Greetings.
Who are you? What did you do with my friends?
We are safe. I removed you from the time stream.
Why?
I have a mission for you.
I'm listening.
When you arrive in the new world, find the artifact. Once you have it, go make contact.
I need more information.
That's all the information you need.
Whoa, that was a strange experience. Okay, everyone? Oh, okay. So they've already disembarked, right? Yeah, this place is dead. Oh, I see. Okay, right, so obviously there's been a little bit of time moving. Yeah, we must have been plucked out of the time stream there. How strange. Alright, let's get our item. Okay, our item's moved. That's it there. And let's go. Hey guys, Deathdealer here. That's right, it's official. We are in the Season 2 world of TimeCraft right now. And I'm very hyped to get started. First of all, I need to apologise because my voice might be a little bit all over the place. I am, suffering from a little bit of an illness right now. But we should be alright. But yeah, we are in Season 2 right now. Like, yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there when the server launched. So that's why we have, a little bit out of character here. That's why we had that funny little segment at the beginning. And I just knocked my headphones. That's very good. But yeah, we are in Season 2 now. This is the first district of the season. On screen right now, you see a little map that Mimic made. It's a really nice map. It looks really cool. But yeah, we are in the spawn district right now, which includes a market. So this area will eventually become a market. In the surrounding areas, we have a steampunk area and an agriculture area. And then we also have an area full of where Sky Cities will be. And my plan for the season is we're going to be doing a lot of collaborative building in the Sky Cities and the Steampunk District for the first 3 months. Then other districts will open. I'll reveal those maps once we actually get to that stage. But my plan is we're going to be building in between the Sky Cities and the Steampunk Districts so that we can, get a healthy build going right there. We're also going to be working on a main base, but for the start of the season, we're going to be just mainly focusing on this area. Now, to get started, I'm going to collect at least one of these pumpkins. In fact, I'll collect both of them because we're going to get a little farm set up. What I'll do is I've set up a farm and then I'll provide people with more of these things as needed. But yeah, we'll just got to do our kind of general survival startup. Also, we have this fortune pick carried over from last season that we were able to come bring on the ship. So yeah, that should speed up the starting process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect all the basic starting resources, your wood, some basic iron, and I'll make my way over to the area I want to be in and we can set up a basic starter base. So yeah, we're in the area we're going to be starting off this season in, and if you're, say, starting the little spawn area, it takes you 5 minutes to walk from spawn to the other side of this island, or this district, sorry. So yeah, it didn't take as long. I gathered a few basic materials, the fortune pick helped out a bit. And yeah, that is what we're currently looking like. So I think to get started, what I'll do is we'll go for a 1 hour mining session. I know it's a little bit early for that. I'll get these crops planted as well and we'll see how many materials we can get. This is just so that we don't need to do this later on. Alright, so that was a very successful mining session. Afterwards, I actually went caving for about 40 minutes as well, because there was a cave we ran into on the path down and the chunks aren't loading down there. Quite strange. But yeah, if we look in here, as you can see, we have a lot of stuff. So, we have 7 and a bit stacks of iron, lots of lapis. What is that, like 2.5 stacks of redstone blocks? 56 diamonds. And a little bit of gold. We also have 20 levels, we're almost ready to enchant. Now there's several people around the server that actually have some enchanting setups, so we'll probably be using them. But I do think I will probably nip into the nether and mine up some quartz, because obviously we have this fortune pick, and mining quartz is basically a much better way of getting experience. Also, this is also the next day for me after doing that mining session. I went and collected some cows because we're going to be, making a little cow farm today, just so that, we have a lot of food. It'll be the cow farm I did in my survival world. There is a tutorial for that cow farm. I'll link it in the iCards right now. We will be making a slight modification to the killing system, but this modification will make the farm a bit better. There'll be less chance of the cows dying and burning their materials. I also established this farm. I've harvested the whole thing at least once, including the bamboo. And this is the stuff. Also, we're eating the potatoes right now. We've cooked them, but these don't really work well in the long term for food. Well, they're a good starting item, but in the long term, it's a no-go. But yeah, once we have villagers and things, they'll automate this entire process. Well, other than the bamboo, we'll have to make a machine for that. But yeah, this is a really good setup. Now, what I'm going to do next is I want to build a small little hobbit hole. Yes, I know it's been done in TimeCraft and all that stuff. I've never built in that theme before. So what we're going to do is we're going to taper this hill back, so it's going to be quite steep like it is here. This will give us much more space for farmland, and it will mean that, you know, we can build a decent little small base. We just need to watch out with the space we have, because there is another area over there. Oh, that's quite nice. I'm going to step away. They've already started on the actual sky cities, which is quite cool. But yeah, I've rambled on for long enough. Let's get started on doing a little bit of terraforming, building this hobbit hole, and we can move all of this junk inside. Okay, so we brought the hill back quite a bit. These chests, I've left them exactly where they were, so that's how you can easily tell what this area used to look like. I've also got rid of all the crops and things, so the sugarcane should be in one of these chests. Where did I put it? Okay, right, no, I think it's over here. Yeah, sugarcane's in there, all the crops are in here as well, and I terraformed all this stuff. Now, obviously, these patches here are a little bit repetitive, so we need to change this up. But just looking at it, I tried to, you know, follow the way Minecraft generates terrain, and it came out well, but obviously there's a few improvements that can be needed in places. The terraform doesn't actually need to be perfect though. What we could do is we could apply some bone meal, and, you know, that stuff would be fixed. Speaking of bone meal, Jesse, who just joined, has not a spider farm, a skeleton farm. So maybe we should go and maybe make a deal with him for some bone meal. But before we do any of that, let's actually get started on constructing our little hobbit hole. I think rather than just talking you through my process, I'm going to construct a little bit of it. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we can move on from there. So I've built a little hidey hole, hobbit hole type thing, and I've moved all of my materials inside, so this entire area is tidy. So this is what I've came up with. It's fairly small, compact. It's basically spruce and some stripped birch logs, and it looks quite nice. We're using some stripped spruce logs for the floor in here. Very nice indeed. Oh, hello. So yeah, we've got this. So we've got lots of chests. These chests are all organised, all nice, and there's our goodie stuff in there as well. We also have the super smelter here, so the output will come here, and we just pop up here, jump, and then put things into the minecart chest, and they will be distributed. So that is fairly simple. Now what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do a little bit of terraforming out here, put back in our crops, and then, yeah, this place should look quite nice. So after a little bit of work, we have done a bit of terraforming, no, not terraforming, but doing detailing work, and I must admit this area is looking quite nice. We obviously need to do a little work up there, but yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So if we just pop on down, I forgot I can't do that, I don't have any feather falling things. Yeah, I just love the feel of this place. Now, obviously we're only like halfway into the episode so far, so there's lots more stuff we need to do. Oh, that also reminds me, no, I'll talk about that point in a little minute. What I did was I hid the strip mine down here, rather than just moving it. Just so I couldn't be bothered moving it and it looks cool. And then we have this little retaining wall right here. Little waterfall thing, I might change it in the future. But it kind of makes this area feel more alive. But yeah, if you were wondering about this area back here, basically this was once a lava lake, 2 blocks deep, and I wasn't sure if fire tech was turned on or off, so I decided just to get rid of it completely. But rather than filling it all up, I basically turned it into obsidian and mined it all. So if we look in our chests, we have over 2 stacks of I can't speak, of obsidian. So yeah, we should have enough obsidian to work for quite some time. But yeah, and what I think I'm going to do now is, oh, I don't have a space for these guys inside here yet. Because what I want to do is want to have like a lower level where I have a lot of basic farms. Maybe low enough where we can have an underwater window. That would look really cool. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll move these guys inside. We'll dig out an area, move them inside, and set up, well, not set up the final farm, but get the the breeding process started. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's get started with that. Okay, so we extended this area around the back here using a mix of stone and polished andesite. This does actually look quite good. I do like this. We continued the, what do you call it, the stripped... What block is that again? Stripped spruce logs, yeah, that's it. And yeah, we have a little room down here. Now, this is going to be like a little work level, so we're going to have multiple different rooms with lots of different things. I built the kill farm I talked about earlier on. Once again, there is a link to it in the description and in the iCards if you're wondering how it works. Now, those 2 kills we had in boats outside, we started with them and then we've been breeding ever since. So in each of these cells there is 14 kills. That's 28. Yeah, that's a lot. It's like 56 kills. And if we just go into my statistics, animals bred 58. So yeah, we've been at this for quite some time. But this just means that for the foreseeable future we won't be, you know, using baked potatoes. We'll be able to breed up these cows and have steak. The only limit is our wheat production capabilities, so I will probably expand the farm. I have been farming a little bit as well. And yeah, we've filled up our chests quite a bit. We've got lots of bamboo, quite a bit of sugarcane. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Now, my next step for this episode, I know we've done so much stuff already, but this is just so that we have a really good starting off point for the season. I want to go and get at least 2 villagers to set up a basic villager breeder, which will probably use either this room or this room for that. Now, that village nearby doesn't have any villagers left, so we're going to need to go exploring around the world to see if we can find a village, bring those villagers over here and get started on a farm. Alright, so finding a village wasn't actually all that hard. I think there's an island just to, what direction is that? So like northeast. There was a plains biome, we went in there, found a village and collected 2 villagers. I also collected a lot of wheat and hay bales, so yeah, we have a lot of that stuff now. And yeah, I've also been working on the little breeding room itself. So we have a little, what do you call it? So we've got a breeding cell. So you know how that infinite villager breeder I have? It's basically a modification of Impulse SV's design. There'll be a link to that in the description as well. Basically the breeding cell from that minus the farm. So what will happen here is we'll manually throw food at the villagers rather than having a villager harvest a farm and then do that for us. Now, since we have a lot of stuff saved up already, getting the initial starting village shouldn't be all that bad. But yeah, it will be quite interesting. So why don't we put these guys in? Obviously, I've just done a harvest. Let me into my inventory. Why don't we put these guys into the breeding cell? So let's just go here. And we'll sort out a few things. And there we go. Also, as I left the building, well, left the hobbit hole after, you know, ending the last clip, there was an audible clicking sound because there was a pressure plate with a, what do you call it? A dispenser? Yeah, that's the word. A dispenser, and it's a wandering villager, a wandering trader said, named and custom binding. This was courtesy of Rusty Dragon, who lives nearby, so we will eventually have to come and prank him with some sort of thing. But yeah, it was quite funny, and yeah, also we're at level 30 now, so we really should start about enchanting tools. We need to repair this pick as well, because I've been... Basically, these rooms have taken quite a toll on this pick. I've been doing a lot of digging. Also, this is fully operational now. I haven't actually, you know, bred them up yet and then done a harvest. But we'll get to that. Anyways, I'm rambling on. Let's try and get these 2 villagers in. So we're going to press F3 and B so we can see the hitboxes. And we'll just got to navigate into the actual breeder itself. Now, I'm quite happy with this. It came together fairly quickly. And I hope to do more of these things in the near future. So if I... Let's see, if I park like so. And let's just block that and block that. And if I break... Ah, damn it. Okay, right. We could get a water bucket here. Oh, that is perfect. Okay, in you go, guy. Come on. There we go. Excellent. And now we need to do the second. So let's just go through. And navigate our way in. So in terms of being a starter base, this is actually quite nice. I'm quite happy with this, and in the future episodes we are going to be expanding and doing lots more things. Okay, so let's just put this guy in and then we'll be done. Oh, god damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so after messing up there, I got these guys in place. It was fairly easy enough. I got rid of the blocks in the corners, and I made sure this worked by letting them sleep, and they went back into the breeding cell. So it is fairly nice. What I also did was, I made this down here, so the babies will fall into that water. We need to get some half slabs for that done, but I'll do that. It should be easy enough. Now what I might do is I might have a minecart truck come and pick them up instead. Whoa, what happened there? Okay, they're trying to sleep, right. So I'll probably have a minecart truck or something, take them off, and then into a basic like villager, like trading hall. So yeah, they're sleeping properly, so that's how you know it works. Although we may just do a villager trading hall over there, or automatic farms, but I'm not going to be expanding this like starter base massively. It's just going to be fairly basic. It's just so that we have enough stuff to start off the season. I'll just sleep to help everyone else. There we go, never mind. I also bred up these cows, so from 1 stack of wheat, we were left with 8. So that just shows you how like intensive this is in your wheat supplies. And yeah, did you know you always get a lot of levels from like breeding? Look, I was at level 30 now, I'm almost at level 32. So breeding is a good way to get levels. I may also, you know, do a little bit of fishing, just like normal fishing, none of that AFK stuff, because we have a few like server rules. So like no TNT duping and no other things like zero tick farms, no AFK fishing, because it is a little bit cheaty. But yeah, I think I'll do some of that, just, you know, go out here. I might actually go and build a little jetty coming off into this lake, and then do a little bit of fishing. Also, I love how close everything is. I can see 2 bases from here. Or 2 bases, like 2 structures, and it looks really cool. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of farming. So we'll farm up those cows, kill them, breed them up again, do that a couple of times. Obviously we'll be harvesting the crops out there, building up a supply of basic materials so that in the next episode we can go and do much larger things. Thank you all for watching the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel to be notified of all future videos. On the left at the top you'll see a video that I think you should watch next, and at the bottom you'll see a video that YouTube wants you to watch. Thanks for watching.